Good afternoon, Libra ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is just go on and give you your May sex reading here, and today I'm going to be using my more erotic uh, tarot cards here, the tarot of sexual magic cards that I'm using today, in addition to a variety of other oracle cards that I feel um, would offer you or benefit you, okay, for this month here. I've already shuffled the deck as you already see here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna point out the signs as they, come up in your reading here, as well as to just give you a message of what I'm kind of seeing on how your sexual future is gonna be, particularly for this month, and just to see how your romantic situation will actually go with the people that with whom you are involved. Okay. So I'm going to do something a little differently this time. Okay, I'm going to start with the oracle cards here. And of course, if the reading resonates with you guys, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you've yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that it seems that with this make the effort and very soon card, it seems that many of you have really been praying, for things to really change, and particularly in your sexual life and just in your romantic situation in general here. And this very soon card is kind of telling you here that the time is right now. And what you might need to do is to make or take actions towards getting what you want here and to really clearly define really what you want in the way of a relationship here. Not to be scattered brain or anything, just to really decide what it is that you want in a relationship, because I'm feeling that you guys have several romantic interests here and you'll have to be making a decision at some point, okay? I'm feeling that either someone that you have been from whom you've been estranged, or perhaps an existing lover, a way to improve your intimacy is to really try to have a heart-to-heart conversation with that person, and honestly discuss your feelings, because it seems that some of you may not have been really sharing how you're really feeling here. I'm kind of getting, you know, and as you really reveal your innermost selves to each others, ladies and gentlemen, your whole romantic experience is gonna deepen here, with this getting to know card here. Okay, but it appears that for some of you, children might be a factor. You know, your love life might be affected by children, or some of you may even want to have children. And if that's what you really want to do, you might want to have this heart-to-heart conversation, or you may already have children. Okay, I'm also feeling too that for some of you, it seems some or most many of you, you are still kind of holding on to, past issues encountered with your parents. Perhaps you might not like how you were kind of brought up here, and you keep repeating the patterns. So this card is kind of suggesting that you might want to try to forgive your parents and heal from that experience, so you can stop, repeating the same patterns over and over again here. Okay. I'm also getting a strong sense too that some of you have perhaps just met a new person here. You have with that new love card there. But rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, you better pay attention to the red flags here, because perhaps this new person is cautioning, is showing you all of the warning signs that certainly is going to lead you to feeling as if you've wasted your time with this person, and the person may not turn out to be the individual, that you kind of thought them to be, or kind of wanted them to be here. So it seems to be more so. I'm kind of getting a strong feeling that it's either with an ex or an existing lover that you may need to really have a heart-to-heart conversation with. Okay. And if it is in fact a new lover, which I'm kind of feeling strongly that many of you have already met this person, just pay attention to the warning signs. Don't wear, rose-colored glasses with this person. Okay. So let's go on and just get into your tarot reading to see if any of these um, ideas that I've just mentioned here kind of, comes through in your tarot reading. Okay. So I'm going to just make a few general observations here. Okay. You have a predominance. Basically, you have wands here. So it's I'm kind of getting the sense that you're going to be also meeting new friends. You're going to be having new opportunities this month, and your concern and focus is going to be a lot on work related matters here. But I feel that you may get overtaxed a bit or may feel yourself getting burnt out if you don't kind of, slow yourself up here. You do run the risk of getting burnt out here. Okay. And then you have, I'm kind of getting here too, that someone that you might be dealing with, or it could be yourself, may not be employed, or the person that you may want to kind of reunite or you want to see may be at a distance from you, or you might be concerned about property or real estate matters, okay? Because you don't have any court cards here in your reading, there seems to be a lack of control or leadership in your situation too that I'm getting, okay? Now also see that you have two fours here showing here, so it certainly shows a stalemated type situation that you've been having with someone. Perhaps maybe you blocked someone, or you're just not talking to someone, or someone may have done that to you. I'm kind of feeling a sense of stalemateness here. Okay, you also have two wands here. So it also seems that there's collusion here, or trickery, or behavior inherent in your situation, okay? I'm also seeing unusual news coming towards you. And partnerships of all sorts are highlighted, okay? You also have two tens, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm seeing something connected with lawsuits and perhaps legal problems for some of you, you know? I'm also seeing some unexpected luck that is going to come up for you guys, or even, in fact, a change in occupation here, you know? Or perhaps you might even receive some money to kind of pay a debt, okay? You also have a minor timing conjunction here because you have this Nine of Pentacles appearing right before that Sun card there. So this shows that the sun is certainly, in fact, shining on you this month, as it really relates to happiness. And I feel that during the next 28 days, ladies and gentlemen, I feel that you're going to experience. It looks like you're going to certainly be experiencing, ladies and gentlemen, very, very, I feel, paramount events, kind of pertaining to perhaps money or other material type things. And many of you, I feel that you're going to still feel a bit uncertain, and you're going to feel like you've kind of reached a fork in the road with with nothing really kind of working, the way that you would want them, okay? And then since you have the sun actually this time preceding the two of wands here, that shows that a major timing conjunction has already occurred. So perhaps 2 days ago, uh, something connected with business and created issues occurred, or you got involved, okay? I'm also feeling too that you have this, we're just looking at this, you have the Six of Pentacles here, okay? And I'm going to combine that along with the Sun card here. And so that shows a new relationship that's forming. So you see how I make the connection here with this new love card, you know? And some of you, or you, if this person hasn't popped up into your life just yet, they will be, you know? I'm also seeing an imbalance, ladies and gentlemen, of power. Codependency issues that you have here. You have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords there, and you have the Ten of Wands. Someone is enabling, one of you is enabling one another, I'm kind of feeling, which is very unhealthy here, you know? And then you also have, which I didn't show it to you, you also have this romance angel card here, codependency. So there may be someone that's on drugs or just drinking too much incessantly. If it's not you, it could be someone that you're dealing with that's kind of causing, you know, and crippling the relationship in some way, I'm getting. Okay? And in order to really recapture what you felt was lost in a relationship. This playfulness is kind of suggesting to you, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to recapture the romance and allow your inner youth and spirit, to kind of shine here. Allow yourself to be a bit more playful. Okay. I'm also seeing someone that appears to be very, very immature that you're dealing with, or someone that appears to be very irresponsible that I'm getting here, ladies and gentlemen. You know, because you have that Seven of Cups here and the Ten of Wands or Seven of Chalices. Okay. I also see a health issues going on with one of you. It looks like it's either with your lungs or immune system. Okay. And some of you will have a job interview this month. I'm kind of getting a strong energy for that. And I feel that it's going to definitely go well, so don't worry. You know, I'm also seeing some type of conflict that some of you may be having with authority figures, perhaps at work. And it kind of looks like the boss might be kind of holding you back in some sense. And you're feeling a bit overburdened. I'm kind of getting that's what I'm strongly getting that. Perhaps someone is kind of shirking responsibilities. I'm getting. Okay. And although I kind of see many of you kind of at a crossroad here, because you have that Two of Wands there, many of you kind of want to kind of start your own business. I'm feeling if you haven't already, that I'm kind of getting strongly here. And it looks like that if you continue to be focused, it certainly is going to be, you're going to achieve success if you continue to plan properly, ladies and gentlemen, and continue to be focused. And I feel that I'm kind of feeling a strong sense that you could really do well in, the travel or hospitality industry, for example. So I'm just sharing additional things with you guys prior to getting into your reading. Okay, so let's go on and get started. We have the bottom card here, the Three of Chalices. Okay, so with this card is in the second 10th degree of Cancer, and Mercury is denoted, so it connects with water signs. So this card is all about sensitivity, you know, including pregnancy, social networks, reunions, Facebook, as well as sex appeal, and really rejoicing with others. So I'm feeling that, I see you kind of celebrating or partying or celebrating something this month. And I feel that there will be some conflicts I'm feeling with a lover, but it seems like it may not last long. And this card is kind of suggesting to you to try not to really overindulge. And I feel that you're going to be rejoicing with others, actually reconnecting and reuniting. And certainly, it looks like it's quite possible. It could even be an ex, or you may be going out with an existing lover, or you may even, like I said, you're definitely going to be meeting someone new. And I see you, particularly for those of you who are single, I kind of feel that you might even kind of meet someone at a gathering or an event. Because this card is certainly all about renewal and growth here. So it shows a mutual happiness, particularly in your sex life, you know. But I'm feeling that you're going to have to make a choice between more than one person. And I feel that, particularly, that some of the people with whom many of you might have dealt, you kind of felt, I'm kind of getting, or you're going to be feeling uh, that they are lacking in some way, And some of you might also be, even in fact, celebrating an upcoming divorce, which will kind of allow you to kind of work towards another situation, or just receive some form of simple invitation, or just trying to just get yourself out there to just, have a new lifestyle for yourself. And if this is not you, I feel that the person that's coming towards you, they really like to party and entertain, and some of them might even maybe even a bartender. Some of you might even, meet someone new as well through a friend I'm getting. So it's certainly a lot of strong possibilities that's coming up for you this month here. So let's move along and just look and see what happened in your past here. We have the Four of Pentacles, and with the Four of Pentacles, um, the Sun is in Capricorn or the 10th degrees of Capricorn and connects with Earth signs. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this card is, as you would imagine, is all about kind of keeping what you have, maintaining, what you kind of have there. And many of you may have been too kind of focused on material pursuits, I'm feeling, which might have kind of hindered your ability to grow emotionally with someone that you've dealt with. Maybe you or someone with whom you dealt wasn't really ready to settle down, despite how much you wanted to kind of change your feeling. So I'm feeling either you or the person you dealt with, you know, was rare. It seemed to be rather selfish or stingy, and this situation didn't really make you feel secure. I feel it found you, or it kind of made you constantly feel very sexually uptight, feeling your situation very gloomy. And as I said, this card brings about geographical differences between the two of you in terms of just locations, and where you're living here. And this might have caused problems for some of you. I just feel that in the past you really didn't feel established with this person. Thus, ladies and gentlemen, you delayed really making a solid commitment to this person. Either you or this person was very clingy or possessive or jealous and watched everything you did, I'm kind of feeling like a hawk, just being so overcautious because you didn't want to kind of be, really manipulated or deceived. Perhaps that's why you remained the way that you were due to past hurtful experiences. But I'm feeling that it was a lot of selfishness here, narcissism. You know, given the person you dealt with, I feel that, they were the type of person, or that it could be vice versa, it could have been you, that, given with the expectation of kind of receiving something in return, and one of you felt trapped because you had to depend on your lover, I'm getting, for perhaps financial support. Remember, as I said, the codependency factor here, and that could also drive a wedge here. It was more of a poverty conscious type thing, more a Scrooge type personality, that you just constantly had this fear here of loss, ladies and gentlemen, when you're kind of seeing that card here. So let's fast forward on and just get more so up to where we are with the present here. We have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so with the Eight of Swords, Jupiter is in Gemini connects with air signs, Aquarius, Leo. I'm sorry, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So this card brings about a lot of restrictions and blockages and confusion. It makes you feel a bit helpless in some sense, you know? So I feel that in your present situation, it seems that it might be a lot of blaming and pointing of fingers going on. And I feel that many of you are really feeling very isolated or restricted or kind of shut out or abandoning from a situation, as you can see here from the symbolism in this card here, you know? And some of you or your lover might also be even feeling guilty. I feel that you are at odds with your lover right now, and I feel that it seems that perhaps one of you wants to control one another, you know? And I feel that fears from the past might be kind of holding you back. And, particularly for those of you who are single, you might even find it difficult to kind of open up to someone new that you recently met. And good reasons, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to pay attention to the red flags anyway. But I feel that you're going to still try. However, in any event, I feel that this relationship, as it is functioning right now, is certainly unsatisfying at this moment. And many of you are, I'm getting, are sexually frustrated, okay? And some of you might not even currently, you may not even be currently having sex or have a sex mate and might be kind of unhappy because of it, you know? Or you're just not enjoying sex with an existing partner, I'm getting. Okay, because again, one of you appears to be playing games and lacks confidence to kind of continue this relationship. You know, I feel that you feel like you are really just spinning your wheels and going around in circles when it comes to your love life. So let's move right along and look at what you really want and how you're feeling about your lover here. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So with that card, Venus is in Virgo. And this card is all about, a feeling that, in the energies of these cards, of this card can go vice versa, as true of all of those. So, you know, you're kind of feeling that your lover is blessed or independent. And it could be vice versa. They could be feeling this way about you. Or that your lover really doesn't mind being alone and your lover is very talented, wise, you know, and that they feel secure with you or without you. And I feel you really kind of want to form something new with this lover, with someone that you've been dealing with, or perhaps someone that you've been, looks like that you certainly have been having some problems with, but it looks like you're gonna be reconciling soon. I'm kind of getting, or to just simply move on to someone else. I really feel that you seek happiness. You feel like you've hit the jackpot with them, and they could be feeling the same way about you, and they are certainly sexually fulfilled with you, and I kind of feel that you are usually sexually fulfilled with them, but it looks like it's just hidden things that you need to talk about to kind of bring you guys back to how things used to be, because you see this person as being very, very mature, stable, and those factors make them very attractive here. So let's move right along and see what your lover wants and how they truly feel about you. Okay? So with this, we have the Ten of Wands there. So with the Ten of Wands, it connects with fire signs. So Saturn is in Sagittarius with this card. So they feel that you are burdened a bit by perhaps what has happened. And keep in mind, again, it can go vice versa, that you're a workaholic, that you are a person who has a mater type complex, or someone that's very too tired or just too stressed for sex, or someone that's very, very overtaxed. They see you as depressed and perhaps at a crossroad, and they want a new start but feel you are too pressured by so many external factors. So they're not really sure about their approach with you or how they kind of, come at you. They're taking a wait and see type attitude, although they're going to still try to contact you here because it's more comic in nature here. Okay? Something they're also seeing you as being a very duplicitous type person, as someone that's cruel, someone that's possessive. And again, these feelings, ladies and gentlemen, can go vice versa. Okay, so let's move right along and look at the sex factors, the sexual influences here in your relationship. We have the Sun, okay, which is a very good card here because it's all about happiness. And this card dispels all doubts and all uncertainties that you've been kind of feeling throughout this process. It connects with fire signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's all about success, fulfillment, as well as new beginnings and truth, okay? So again, having this heart-to-heart conversation brings out the truth. So this card denotes an improvement, ladies and gentlemen, is to be expected. And communication problems, they're going to be resolved. And sexual desires are certainly going to be renewed here with this card. So you might even go on a brief trip or vacation. And if you are single, you might even meet someone while, on a memorial, because Memorial Day weekend is coming up. So you can certainly might meet someone during that here. So this new love is certainly prominent. But keep in mind, pay attention to the red signs. So this certainly is a card about all partnerships of all sorts that you're going to be equally sharing with one another. Okay? And then you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay? So with the Six of Pentacles, it connects with earth signs. So the moon is in Taurus with this card. And this card is all about sharing and gifts and generosity. So I feel that both of you will be very happy sharing with one another this month, including, what you really want, kind of pleasing and pleasuring the other. I feel that one of you might also be using money too as a controlling factor. And if it's you, you might want to stop doing that, because you can't use money to try to control or to buy one's attention, or the person that you're kind of acting may be trying to, do that for you, or one of you may be acting as if you're a damsel in distress or begging for it. Don't do any of it. Okay? So try not to be selfish and share equally, because you have good cards here, and show appreciation when deemed needed. So let's look and see what would be your potential challenge that may arise as you go through the reign of this month. We have the Two of Wands there. So with the Two of Wands, it connects with fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Mars is in Aries. So what your challenges, some challenges would be acting without proper forethought of consequences. That would be a challenge for many of you, or remaining closed minded, and, ladies and gentlemen, not welcoming new opportunities as they arise, or new ways of kind of doing things sexually, or agreeing, in fact, with what another wants to do rather than what you want. Just going with the flow. You have to really have a heart to heart conversation and really discuss your feelings, or simply just being impatient. So you need to be real honest about your feelings if you are uncertain about things, okay? Whether with a new person or not, or with someone that's returning. But as I said, it looks like that you're going to be having a selection of all three. And someone from your past, ladies and gentlemen, an existing partner, perhaps, as well as with this new person that seems to be re-entering your life here. So let's give you some advice. We have the Seven of Chalices there. So with that card, it connects with water signs: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Venus is in Scorpio with this card. So this card is all about escapism, emotional overload, as well as wishful thinking. So this marks, also having that card as being the Seven of Chalices, it certainly marks the seven deadly sins, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? These seven deadly sins could certainly lead to your downfall. So the key is to kind of stop kind of being in your head, daydreaming, and kind of choose wisely. As I said, as there are several romantic prospects, seems to be around you. Try to remain optimistic and remove these rosebud glasses that you may be having on, and focus and try to figure out what you kind of really want. And I feel that you really don't know what's really feasible. I'm getting here because everything seems to be kind of in the air for you. So you might want to try to trust your gut a little bit more, and try not to make any rash decisions, and stop arguing about past issues that have no relevance today, because it's only going to keep holding you back. You have to let it go. So let's look at what your outcome is going to be here. We have the Four of Wands here. So at first glance, it certainly looks like a pleasurable card here, doesn't it? Because Venus is in Aries with this card. It connects with fire signs. So this card brings about celebration, holidays, and gatherings of all sorts. So, as I've already, indicated, and as you already know, Memorial Day is just around the corner here. So it certainly shows that you and your lover is going to meeting someone, you and a lover, because I said there's several here, you know, you're going to meet, and I feel that you're going to be pouring your souls out to one another. But I feel that due to the distance, I feel that you kind of, have between one another, you're going to still feel disappointed in some way. I'm kind of getting, you know. And I feel that is another person that you really want to see that you're not going to see at this moment here, you know. And while I feel that you're going to celebrate something or see someone you haven't seen in a while, I feel that perhaps it won't, you won't feel real in some sense with that, you know? Maybe because of the distance. That's why it's very important that you have that heart to heart conversation here. Okay? So let's get into a few more oracle cards here, just to give you a bit more part and advice. And we also certainly see here that with this card, it's certainly suggesting that an opportunity beckons here. So you have an opportunity, but you have to make the decision to, or choose wisely in terms of the way that you would want to, go here. Okay, and understand that certainly what you give out to your universe is certainly is going to come back to you tenfold here. And when in doubt, give, and surrender and try to make peace as much as possible. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's certainly not that any of you need any